Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Universal English with Happy. I am Happy Verma, your English language coach. Today's video is really important because you must have felt it somewhere while conversating with someone and you want to speak a word but it doesn't come out of your mouth. Just because you think in your native language and convert it in the second language, which is English. Today we are talking about to stop thinking in the native language and speak English fluently. Now let's proceed to our today's session, how to stop thinking in your native language and speak English fluently. My name is Happy Verma and I am thrilled to guide you through today's workshop. If you are watching this video right now, chances are you have experienced this frustrating situation. Someone asks you a question in English in your head. You know exactly what you want to say. But before the words come out of your mouth, your brain freezes. You translate the question into Hindi or your native tongue. Build the answer in your native language, try to translate every single word back into English, and by the time you are ready to speak, the moment has passed. You end up feeling hesitant, anxious, or self-conscious. Today we are going to fix that permanently. Over this session, we are going to break down the psychological and neurological reason why your brain translates. And I'll give you a concrete, practical system to rewrite your brain so you can start thinking directly in English. Grab a notepad and pen. Clear your distractions and let's begin. We are starting with Module 1, the root cause, why your brain translates and the 30 milliseconds delay trap. Before we can fix a habit, we have to understand why our brain formed it in the first place. Most adult learners in India and non-native speaking countries were taught English using the grammar translation method in school. You learned that sib equals apple, kitab equals book. Because of this early training, your brain created an internal relay race where Hindi or your native language acts as the middleman. Let's look at what happens neurologically during this process. Look at the number on slide. 300 milliseconds. That is the extra cognitive delay added for every word when your brain performs internal translation. When you engage in real-time conversation, your working memory has limited bandwidth. When you force your brain to execute 4 steps, hearing English, translating to native language, composing native response, translating back to English, you overload your cognitive processing capacity. This is why you feel mentally exhausted after just 10 minutes of speaking English. It's not that your vocabulary is weak. It's that your mental pipeline is clogged with unnecessary translation steps. When you eliminate this bottleneck, fluency happens naturally. Let's compare the two mental modes on this slide. On the left side, we have translation mode. It's slow, robotic, error-prone, and causes high anxiety. Why? Because Hindi grammar, subject, verb, and object, is structurally different from English grammar, subject, verb, object. When you translate word to word, your sentence structure breaks down, causing you to stutter. On the right side, we have direct English mode. Here, when you see a cup of coffee, your brain doesn't think of the Hindi word first. It connects the visual concept of hot coffee directly to the English speech chunks, a cup of coffee. No middleman, no delay, zero hesitation. In Module 2, and this is the phase 1, daily mind training exercises and environmental conditioning. Now that you understand the problem, let's talk about the solution. How do we train our brains to bypass translation? Language learning is a physical motor skill, much like driving a car or playing an instrument. You cannot learn to drive by reading a book. You have to physically build muscle memory. Here is your 3-step mind training ladder. This outlines the escalation framework that you will practice every day. Level 1. Object naming. Starting today, whenever you walk into a room, look around and silently name 20 items in English. Don't say pankha, say ceiling fan. Don't say darwaza, say door. This attaches the English word directly to the physical object in your environment. Level 2. Action 3. As you go about your day, describe what you are doing in short. Simple sentences. I'm opening the laptop. I'm pouring water. I'm walking to the metro station. Do this silently in your mind or whisper it. Now level 3. Self-monologue. Set a timer for 5 minutes every afternoon. Talk to yourself in English about your plans for tomorrow. Ask yourself, what do I need to finish by 5 p.m.? And answer yourself in English. Now let's examine one of the most powerful fluency exercises ever discovered, the shadowing technique. Here, what is shadowing? Shadowing means listening to a native English speaker and repeating their words out loud with only a split-second delay, like an echo. Here is how you do it step by step. Find a 1-minute clip from a speaker whose accent and pace you admire. Put on your headphones and press play. As a speaker talks, speak immediately behind them. Match their speed, emphasis, and pauses. Why is this top translation? Because when you shadow at full speed, your vocal tract is forced to move so quickly that your brain physically does not have time to translate into Hindi. It forces your motor system to speak English directly. Now let's move to module 3, thought journaling and inner voice. Most people think journaling is just for writers in language acquisition. Journaling is the bridge that converts passive vocabulary into active speaking fluency. Look here. When you speak, you are under pressure to respond immediately. But when you write a journal, you have time to think, while still training your mind to formulate ideas directly in English. Here are the 3 strict rules for your daily thought journal. Write for 5 minutes non-stop every day. Set a timer. Number 2. No dictionaries allowed, first of all. If you want to use a word but don't know the exact English translation, do not open Google Translate. Instead, describe the idea using simple words you already know. This trains circumlocution. Focus on flow over perfection. Do not cross out words or worry about spelling errors. The goal is uninterrupted output. Now to make this effortless, it gives you 3 ready to use daily prompts. Morning prompt, midday prompt, evening prompt. Let's start with the first one, morning prompt. What are 3 key tasks I'll focus on today and why are they important? Middle prompt. What is one problem I encountered today and how I am going to handle it? The evening prompt. What was the most interesting conversation I had today and what did I learn from it? If you write answers to these prompts every day for 2 weeks, you'll notice your internal monologue shifting from your native language to English automatically. Now here, the tactical pause, management and anxiety reduction. One of the biggest triggers for internal translation is panic. When you forget a word in mid-sentence, fear kicks in, your heart rate rises, and your brain immediately retreats to your native language for safety. Let's learn how fluent speakers handle pauses gracefully. Now, look at the comparison table. When an untrained speaker forgets a word, they panic, go silent, or repeat uh-huh. So these are the fillers. This signals to the listener that they are struggling. A fluent speaker uses conversational bridges. Instead of phrasing, use these native filler phrases. That's an interesting question. Let me think about that for a second. How should I put this? What I mean to say is, these phrases give your brain 3 to 4 seconds of precious processing time to organize your English thoughts without breaking the flow of conversation or losing your confidence. Now, we address 2 fundamental mind shifts. Shift number 1, the 80% rule. Stop striving for 100% perfection. Communication is about message delivery, not grammatical flawless execution. Even native English speakers make mistakes continuously. Aim for 80% accuracy delivered with smooth confidence. Shift number 2. Embrace the 3-second pause. Silent pauses are not signboards of weakness. They project authority. When asked a complete question or a complex question, take a deep breath, pause for 3 seconds, gather your English thought chunk, and speak calmly. Now, building your micro-immersion environment and the master roadmap. You don't need to move to London or New York to speak fluent English. You can create an English-rich immersion bubble right inside your own home. Now, so there are 3 highlights, essential touch points for daily immersion. Number 1, active audio input. Number 2, passive reading. Number 3, low stakes practice. Now, let's start with number 1, active audio input. Switch your phone UI language to English. Listen to 15 minutes of English podcast or audiobooks during your morning commute. Number 2, passive reading. Read articles or novels in English for pleasure. Do not stop to look up for every single unfamiliar word. Train your brain to infer meaning from context. And number 3, low stakes practice. Record 2-minute video logs on your phone talking about your day. Then play them back to access your speech flow and confidence. Let's move to our module 6, your 30-day transformation blueprint, or whatever the time you are going to take. Here is your step-by-step roadmap on this slide. Week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. Starts with week 1. Focus exclusively on level 1 object naming and changing phone language settings. Week 2. Introduce level 2 action stream narration and start your 5-minute daily thought journal. Week 3. Begin 10-minute daily shadowing sessions and master conversational filler phrases. And week 4. Step into spontaneous 2-minute speaking sprints and engage in active conversations without internal translation. I hope this is understandable. As we reflect on this slide, fluency is not the perfection of grammar. It is the freedom of expression without internal hesitation. Remind yourself of this every morning. Now, here, look at the bar chart on this slide. If you commit to these exercises for just 30 days or whatever the time you are going to take, your mental translation habit will shrink and your direct English processing speed will jump to 90% fluency. I hope that was totally clear, whatever I was saying into the video. And you must understand, you can't learn while I am speaking. You have to try it yourself. Here on this slide, question and answer and closing remarks includes whatever the questions you have, whatever confusion you face. It's all about your thinking. It's all about what you need to say, what you need to learn. Either it is going to be important for you, either does it make sense, and why do you want to learn English? What I see that English is a global language. It connects diversity, people across the borders. Whether you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below. I read each and every one, and as soon as possible, I'll try to reply on the same. Here, thank you so much for participating in this Fluency Masterclass. Keep practicing, stop translating, and speak with confidence. Again, thank you so much for being with me till the end of the video. And thank you so much for subscribing to the channel Universal English with Happy. And the people who haven't done yet, there is a subscribe button below. Do subscribe it and press the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thank you so much for being with me. Have a lovely day.
वीडियोस बनाने हैं, फिल्मोरा है ना।